Here's a live picture now from the Sistine Chapel, where day one of the papal conclave has wrapped up. Actually, not that long ago, we saw black smoke rise from the chimney of the chapel. This was actually about an hour and a half ago. That indicates, of course, no decision has yet been made on a new pope. 133 cardinals will vote until 2/3 of them agree on a new pontiff.
So we know they voted once today because we saw that black smoke. Now, we're in a very different era, as you can imagine, from where we were in 2012 when Pope Francis was elected. Well, just a couple of hours ago, I spoke with Professor Paul Murphy from John Carroll University, and he gives us some insight into the dynamics between that vote in 2012 and the one being made right now. He says they're vastly changed, not just logistically for these cardinals, but the current societal issues create really different conversations. You were here with Jim Donovan,
yes,
talking about this
the
last time around when Pope Francis became Pope.
Absolutely.
What do you
I felt like
see?
I was on the sideline of a Browns game.
I don't doubt it.
You know?
I don't doubt it. Talk to me about the differences between then and now.
Well, of course, then it was a shock to everyone when Benedict resigned, because no one expected him to do that. In fact, he had to set up and build in time to give the cardinals to get ready. Francis has been through a prolonged decline, and while most of us were shocked on the day it happened, we weren't entirely surprised when he died because he'd been ill for so long. So many of those cardinals have been running the issues and the persons through their minds for a couple of months, probably. Of course, the Vatican was in much greater disarray at that time. There were many financial crises in the Vatican. The sex abuse crisis in the Catholic Church was at its height. The Catholic Church still has to deal with the sex abuse crisis, but it isn't the way it was 12 or 15 years ago. And so that's different. And plus, the other issue is that the Church now is in a global political situation where the potential for conflict or outright war is going on in so many places. So the next pope will actually have to be somebody who can sort of look other world leaders in the eye and negotiate for peace.
He's so interesting. He's got such interesting facts to talk to us about. So coming up on 3 News at 5, Professor Paul talks about the tension that's likely hanging over the Sistine Chapel in that room with the cardinals right now and how it may affect their choice for the papacy.